Stay over there. Stay over there. It's okay. We aren't gonna die, I promise. I won't let them kill you. It's okay. Halt. Stay. Stay. You're a big dog. Alright, well, welcome to another oddly specific video comparing two great products. This time we're going to be comparing the Phanteks Enthoo Evolv ATX with the Fractal Design Define R6. Now, there are 5 main points that I want to talk about today that hopefully will help aid you in your decision if you're down between these two cases. First off is going to be size, second will be price, third will be build quality, fourth will be how easy it is to build inside of the case, and fifth will be the airflow. Starting right off with size. Now, from the manufacturer's website, the Phanteks Enthoo Evolv has a length of 510 millimeters, a height of 495 millimeters, and a width of 235. Whereas the Fractal Design Define R6 has a length of 543 millimeters, a height of 465, and a width of 233. Now, what this essentially means is that the Fractal Design case is going to be an inch shorter in height and an inch longer in length. Okay, the width of the case is pretty much the exact same, so it's going to have the same kind of footprint if you decide to put it on your desk. When we go and look at price, if you go right now and look at Amazon or at Newegg, you're going to find that both of these cases run anywhere between $125 and $150. Occasionally you'll get a good sale on one of them. I lucked out on Newegg. They had the Fractal Design Define R6 for $109 with free shipping, and that's what I ended up buying. The tempered glass version of the Phanteks Enthoo Evolv and the acrylic version, which is the one that I have here, are actually somehow pretty close in price nowadays, or anywhere from that, $125 to $150. So very comparable. And I know you might be thinking that that price is high for a mid-tower case, but going into build quality is absolutely worth it. So the build quality on both is very comparable. Both have all steel chassis, along with a very durable exterior and interior. When I was working with these, I did not have to worry one bit about somehow damaging the frame when I was manhandling it. Didn't have to worry about damaging the side panels. On the Phanteks, all the side panels, top, side, and front, are all going to be made out of metal. There's not a bit of plastic on this thing whatsoever. The Fractal Design, however, does incorporate a little bit of plastic. If you decide to remove the top panel and expose the Moduvent, which is a plastic grill, which allows for great airflow, that is made of plastic. The front of the case itself, also made of plastic, as well as the front intake, also plastic. However, I do have the tempered glass side panel. The other side is made out of metal, and the rest of the case is all metal as well. So phenomenal build quality. You are definitely getting what you pay for with these cases. Finally, going over to how easy it is to build inside of the case. I had a much easier time building inside of the Phanteks case than I did the Fractal Design. For some reason, and I think it might be due to the fact that there's that 1 inch less of headroom, I had a very hard time routing my cables inside of the Fractal Design. That doesn't mean that their cable management system is necessarily bad. It just means that some of the cables, like the one from my GPU to the power supply, suddenly seemed shorter inside of the Define R6 than they were in the Phanteks case. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Phanteks has included a rubber grommet here for you to be able to run your cables straight up through the power supply shroud. That was really helpful. I really miss that design feature on the Fractal Design. The other thing that I really miss from Phanteks are these right here. Your hinged side doors that made it super easy. Once you get towards the end of a build and you're just messing with a little bit of cable management, maybe you need to make sure something is plugged in, that feature on Phanteks made it infinitely easier to just open it up, do your work, and close it. I really hate having to undo thumb screws, pop off the door, lay it down, orient the case in a way that is easy to work with. I'm not going to say I hated building inside of this, but it was much, much easier inside of the Phanteks. And for our fifth point, we're going to talk about airflow. The Phanteks has no airflow, simply put. The front intake is non-existent. There are basically 2 small slits running along the side of it, and that's all you get. And it's not enough. The Fractal Design, on the other hand, is amazing when it comes to airflow. I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fans mounted inside of that case, and it's running extremely silent. The front intake is much better, and the exhaust itself is much better because, again, on Phanteks, all you have right here are these little slits when it comes to the exhaust. My all-in-one water cooler, 280 millimeter, when I would put my hand underneath inside of the case, I could feel air blowing back in because there just wasn't enough exhaust for it to escape, right? And that was a big problem for me. The airflow issue is the entire reason I switched from the Phanteks to the Fractal Design, and in that specific category, I'm very happy with the change that I made. Now, it's important to note, if you really came here looking to get a great recommendation to go out and buy a Phanteks case, if I were you, I would wait, because it looks like the Enthoo Evolv is going to be getting a major upgrade later on this year. I don't think they've released necessarily the specs, but there are plenty of videos out there. I think it was shown at either Computex or CES, or maybe that's the exact same thing, I'm not sure. But it looks like they've really tried to address the airflow issue, right? They're going to be opening up that front panel much more. The top panel, I'm not sure if they changed anything on, but they pretty much are doing a full redesign of it, and it looks awesome. So if you have your heart set on getting a Phanteks case, I would really wait and see what they come out with. Fractal Design, I couldn't be happier with the decision that I made. I love this case, and I think it looks great. You know, both of the cases are really good looking. You don't want to drop 150 bucks on a case that's ugly, right? And both of them will definitely impress and make you happy when you walk into your room and see your system build. Simpler sometimes is better, right? Less is more. And I think that's what Fractal really nailed with this case. Yeah, it might look like, your store-bought Dell or something, but I really enjoy that. So I hope the video helped out. I hope it was short enough that I kept y'all's attention. And I really appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you on the next one.